Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Nerd Herders. I'm Rich.
And I'm still sick. Nick.
Yep. I'm gonna scoot over again, get away, maybe put this on so I don't get sick.
That'll sound good.
Yeah, it's gonna sound real good. So today is our discussion day, and we are gonna do a little bit of reflecting. As we've talked about last week, this is awards season. We've talked kind of our opinions on the award nominations and Academy Awards in general. So today we're going to go and look back the last 5 years of Best Picture nominees and winners and figure out what's truly kind of, stayed and what's the word I'm looking for?
Still relevant.
Still relevant. Still culturally relevant. Still has stood the test of time.
Yeah.
And made it this far, or is it something like, I don't think Crash is on the list, but something like Crash that kind of happened and then nobody cared about again.
Right. Which, that's a weird one. That's like an example of like campaigning.
Yeah.
But so frequently, and we'll go through the list, a movie comes out end of December and gets good reviews and people get excited about it, and 2 weeks later they have to do their nominations. And then
like, oh yeah, I just saw this movie.
And then it wins, and then it's like it's never heard about again. It doesn't leave any lasting impact. That's why you have so many movies that are considered classics that were beaten by movies that aren't considered classics. Because there's so much politics and all this, and this person's never won. But sometimes they get it right. Maybe we'll see that. Maybe we'll disagree. I don't know. But I thought that we could go through what won, the other movies that were up, and just kind of even talk about, like, does it even make sense 5 years later, 2 years later, whatever, that it is even up? So let's just go through it.
Cool. You're sounding even worse. I'm going to keep scooting over.
I'm going to be dead by the last one.
I think I'm still in frame. So we're going to go back, like, year by year, we're going to start 5 years back.
We're starting 5 years back.
Okay.
So 2010. I believe this was the second year that they had 10 Best Picture nominees.
Okay.
Because 2008 was the Dark Knight year, and then the next year was the 10 as the response.
Well, I thought Dark Knight was on there for the response.
No, but it happened because of the outcry of why wasn't this movie up? Why?
That's true. Okay, yeah.
So, all right, these are the movies that were up: The Hurt Locker, which won? Avatar, The Blind Side, District 9, An Education, Inglourious Bastards, Precious, A Serious Man, Up, and Up in the Air. So let's just go. Let's go. All right. So The Hurt Locker won.
Yes.
And we've had this conversation. I think I'm a big fan of that movie. I think it's a very powerful movie. I'm okay with that being a movie that won Best Picture. I don't think it's a movie that's really talked about anymore.
No,
not really. How do you feel about
it? I was a big fan of The Hurt Locker when I first saw it, and then it came out, I bought it, and I watched it again, and it just didn't have the same impact for me.
Okay.
I think so much of that movie is built on the suspense of them, defusing these bombs. And after you've seen it, once, or you kind of know what's going to happen, like, it didn't have that same feeling towards me the second time. Okay. I don't have a problem with it necessarily winning, and that's definitely a good example of female directors and movies and successful movies and stuff that you can go back to. So I don't have a problem with that winning, and not just for that reason, but I think it's still a very good movie, but yes, it's not something that is ever talked about really anymore or much.
Right. Yeah. No.
Except in remember Catherine Bigelow who did The Hurt Locker and did this.
Right. Then you have Avatar. It seems kind of hilarious that was up for Best Picture. This isn't a Best Picture nominee, but I'm still mad that won Best Cinematography, because that is bullshit, because it is animated. Like, it's, especially, I remember that year very clearly, because it was the same year that Michael Haneke's The White Ribbon was up. Yeah. And
it was gorgeously shot in black and white, and I was like, how can this not win? And then a CG, fake, not really cinematography BS thing kind of wins, and I was not thrilled with that.
That's certainly a fair takeaway.
But yeah, it is. We've talked about Avatar a lot, kind of on here, and our feelings for that. Yeah, it comes up every now and again, but it's really not super relevant.
The Blind Side. unbelievable that is up for Best Picture.
Ooh,
District 9.
that's fair.
Yeah. It's a movie I've never felt the need to revisit.
See, I actually liked it a lot more the second time I saw it. I saw it in the theaters when it first came out, and all the hype was going for it. And then there was the Best Picture showcase that AMC puts on, and I went for this year. And I was like it was like watching a new film. Like it got me in a way that it didn't the first time, and I was really, really into it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's an example. Yeah, we go back to it in the sense of, remember when he did District 9, and now look at what's happened. So
Exactly. Yeah, he's only gotten worse. Neil Blomkamp, the director of that, since. And Education, fine movie.
I was a big fan of this movie when it came out,
Yeah.
but until you read this,
You forgot it.
I had forgotten that it existed.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. I own it on Blu-ray. It's actually kind of surprising that it was up.
Mhm.
It's a fine little movie. I think it has totally been forgotten.
Yeah. Now that you mentioned, I would revisit that. I'd kind of like to see it again.
It's a good one. Inglourious Bastards, I think justifiably up.
Yep, that is still. It's probably my favorite Tarantino film.
Wow.
I absolutely love that movie.
Precious, not a fan.
It was
Precious,
fine.
based on the novel Pushed by Sapphire.
Yeah, you have to say the whole title every
Yes,
time.
Every time.
Or somebody will find you.
Yes. Serious Man, one of my least favorite
Really?
Brother movies.
That's one of my favorite. That was of all these, that was my favorite film for the year.
Really?
This year. I absolutely love The Serious Man.
Yeah, I was not a huge fan of The Serious Man. Up, really, really
Yeah.
strong movie. My not so popular hot take on it is it really bugs me that the dogs talk.
Really?
Bothers me in that movie.
Really?
Yeah,
You gotta get a house
it's
flying up with balloons, and it's the fact
it's
that
hard
you
for
got.
me to see past every time. I don't know. Takes me a little bit out of it. It doesn't ruin the movie, but it kind of takes me a little bit.
That's a complaint I don't know if I've ever actually heard before for this.
Yeah, and Up in the Air. Up in the Air is probably in my top 20 of all time.
Really?
And I know that's a random thing, but I love that movie. I really like Up in the
I
Air.
really like the first half of it. I love the first half of it, and then I think the second half is good.
See, part of what I love about the movie is the second half, specifically how it ends. How it
Mhm.
ends, and it's so not happy, and it's so bleak, and it's such a dark view of the world, and how it doesn't take the turn you think it's going to take.
Yeah.
It's so interesting, personally. So I think The Hurt Locker, I'm fine with that movie.
Mhm.
If I were to if I could only choose these movies, I don't know what other movie, I don't remember what other movies
Yeah.
came out that year. If I had to re-pick a movie from that, I would probably, personally, I would give it Up in the Air.
Okay.
But I understand that movie also hasn't, people don't talk about that movie anymore.
No, that's one that it'll show up on HBO or something every now and again, and I'll catch on. Oh yeah, I remember this. This was a good movie. And then, but if I had to pick, I would probably go with Inglourious Bastards on that. Just
I
because
think Inglourious Bastards has had the most lasting impact of these movies. And
Mhm.
this includes a list that has still the highest grossing worldwide movie of all time.
yeah,
But I think that people realize that that's a joke that was up.
Inglourious Bastards is a movie that if it's on and I start watching it,
Yeah.
I want to finish it till the end.
Yep.
I'm just so
I remember one
engrossed.
time in the break room at
Yeah.
work, it was on, and it was like, well,
Our break's
I was
over,
supposed to be back 30 minutes ago, but
but Inglourious Bastards is on, and
when you stop watching,
yeah, there's not a good part to really dip out of that.
it is a really good one. So, I don't think that in my opinion, they didn't butcher that year.
No.
But there are some weird movies up that I think would not be up.
That
If they were to go back, and this is why I wish that the Academy Awards were for the year before. And they at least gave a year. This year we were doing 2014's movies. Give it some time. Actually see how the movie
But see, then I
lasts
think you'd
and
also.
lingers and-
Yeah, I guess. See, this nomination list here sounds like, okay, we have 10 slots to fill. Let's try to make this the most diverse picking that we can and make everybody happy and yada yada.
It
yada.
is diverse, and it
Yeah.
is, you know, there's
Yeah.
sci-fi movies, there's animated movies, there's this. A woman won Best Director. A black man was up for Best Director. Like, there was a wide range of movies here.
What was that Best Director one?
Lee Daniels was up for Precious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Kind of hilarious, but why don't we move on to the next year?
All right.
The next year is a year where I can tell you right off the bat, I do not agree with what won, and I don't think anyone thinks about this movie.
I don't remember what. Oh, I think I know what you're.
Best
gonna
Picture. So this is.
Well, let's list them first before you name the winner.
Okay. Well, it's just the first one on the list.
Okay,
So
that's fine.
The King's Speech, 127 Hours, Black Swan, The Fighter, Inception, The Kids Are All Right, The Social Network, Toy Story 3, True Grit, and Winter's Bone. So let's go through it.
All right.
The King's Speech won Best Picture.
Yes. I remember seeing it when it came out. I liked it. I wasn't anywhere close to going, oh my god, this is the best movie of the year.
Uh-huh.
But I remember it being good. It's entertaining. It's good. I don't really have too many problems with it. But it is not anywhere close.
It just felt insubstantial. It felt like a TV movie.
And it's also
it's a fine story.
Yeah, I mean it's a fine movie. It's nothing.
It's just a little. That is the epitome of what Oscar bait is to me.
Yes.
And they took the bait.
Isn't it also the same guy who directed The Danish Girl, which we just talked about being Oscar bait as well?
Yeah. Tom Hooper.
Tom Hooper, yeah. But yeah, this is a movie that I don't ever think about until we start talking about the Oscars again. And it's like, oh yeah, remember when The King's Speech won?
Right, exactly. You never think about that movie. 127 Hours. It's a movie I enjoyed the experience of watching. Well, I appreciated the experience of watching. It's hard to enjoy.
Yeah.
It's kind of amazing to me that was up for Best Picture and Steve Jobs isn't.
Yeah.
Now, when you just think about Danny Boyle movies.
See, I liked 127 Hours, but I didn't love it. This came out the same year as Buried came out. Did you ever see that? Yeah. And like when I saw Buried, and they're different, but they're, you know, it's a one person movie. It's one guy trapped, and you're sitting with him. And I thought Buried was a much superior film than this was.
Yeah. All right.
But
I probably liked 127 Hours more, but I could see definitely what you mean. Black Swan, I think, is a great movie.
Yep.
Really
That's
good movie.
Definitely a lasting one.
Yeah.
That was one of those, like not one of the big movies, you know, I've seen Star Wars X number of times in the theaters. That was a movie that I was like, I want to go see this again. One of those types of movies I could go see multiple times.
Yep, absolutely. The Fighter, really enjoyed that movie.
It's good. It's
great performances, good energy.
It's the last one of Russell's films that I've liked.
Me as well.
I have not seen
Joker yet. I like Silver Linings Playbook.
Oh, okay.
Inception. It's
fine.
It's a really I like it a lot. I think that was a response. Nominating it feels like a response to Dark Knight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's his masterpiece.
No.
But it is a good movie.
Yeah, it's good.
The Kids Are All Right. I've never thought about since I watched it.
I remember liking it when I saw it. Like I saw it.
Little movie.
That was another one I ended up seeing twice because I saw it in the theaters and then I saw it at the Best Picture Showcase. And I was like, it's solid. It's a good movie, but I haven't. It hasn't crossed my mind since.
The Social Network. I think if there was going to be a movie that was going to win, that would have defined that year, defined that time, it would have been The Social Network. The Social Network, I think, is a great movie.
Yeah.
Like a really good movie. And there's some good movies on this list. There's some movies that I would consider like all-timers, and The King's Speech one. Toy Story 3, another movie that I think is very, very, very good. And then True Grit, very strong movie.
It's good, but
I've never gone back to it.
No, I think I rewatched it once for something, and it's good. Like I still like it, but that's not when I think of the Coens. That's not one of the ones that I necessarily go to.
No, in my head, I don't think about it.
Yeah.
And that was back-to-back nominations for them.
Mm-hmm.
And probably my favorite Coen Brothers movie of the last.
Well, that was like the third in a row, wasn't it? Because they won. It wasn't the year before.
Yeah, maybe.
Was that No Country the year before?
It might have been 2 years.
Or 2 years. Because I remember
it was
people talking about like A Serious Man's the movie you get to make once you've made your Oscar and can do whatever you want.
But my favorite movie that like probably the last decade out for them, I wasn't up Inside Llewyn Davis.
Mm.
Love that movie. And finally, Winter's Bone.
I did not care for that.
I thought it was okay. It's weird that it was up.
Yeah, I think Jennifer Lawrence is really good in it, but
Jennifer Lawrence and
John Hawkins?
Yes. Yeah.
I think they're both good in it, but I was not a fan of it. I saw it a couple times. Like I saw it. It played at the Florida Film Festival that year, and then I saw it. I think at the showcase, and I was like, I can't get into this. It's just her going from house to house asking about her dad until someone finally gives up information. Like it's not.
Yeah.
It just didn't do anything for me.
Yeah, I could definitely see that, and that's another movie that I don't feel has stood the test of time. But like for me, I look at really Toy Story 3, Black Swan, Social Network, and it's like, how the hell? And also, you see Toy Story 3 and Up back-to-back years. Like, it's so surprising to me that Inside Out is not up this year.
Yeah.
They could have had 10 movies. There's only 8.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's very surprising. But
I could almost see if people were like, oh, let me vote for an animated movie. I could see like the vote getting split between Inside Out and Animalasia.
I don't think enough people have seen Animalasia.
But I think the people who are voting probably have. I think they've gotten screened. I would imagine that
They might now, but
I don't know, but I mean, like, I could see them being like, well, I don't really want to nominate 2 anime, so let me go ahead and I'll just give it to the Inside Out. Let me go ahead. And it just kind of split the vote and didn't pan out.
I mean, when you hear some of these like inside reports of like people voting but never saw the movies, and
that happens too.
I think it's way more plausible that more people, especially because it came out over the summer, have seen and know about Inside Out than it is seen for Malaysia, which came out a month ago, and small indie. Not much fanfare behind it, even though it's Charlie Kaufman. But maybe, I mean, you could be right. I don't know. But that was the 83rd. A joke of a year, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
With King's Speech winning. All right, next year. Go through it a little bit quicker, maybe.
Okay.
All right, up for Best Picture, The Artist, The Descendants. Let's go through it as we go.
Okay.
The Artist won Best Picture.
Yep. Shouldn't have won Best Picture.
No.
Did not.
In my opinion, should not have been up for Best Picture.
Nope. Was technically not really a silent film.
Also,
Was kind of a fake little silent film and just didn't.
Has not lived on in any way. Michael Hazanavicius, or however you say his name, won Best Director for that. That's hilarious. Especially, I mean, you look at the other people that were up, but we'll keep going through it.
Like it only comes up kind of in my circle of people as sort of like a joke, because I remember like it played, in town, and it played at Enzian, and it played for like 9 weeks straight there, and it was a thing that everyone was like, guess The Artist is what's playing this week. It's The Artist again, and it comes now is like, remember that time that The Artist played for 9 weeks and then it went and won Best Picture, and everyone was just kind of like, this is just not.
It won Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actress, right? I think.
I don't remember.
What a joke. The Descendants. Fine little movie.
Yeah, it was fine. I liked it, didn't love it.
Yeah,
Nothing.
same here. Extremely loud and incredibly close. Honestly, I've never watched it.
Never saw it.
The Help.
It was good.
I equated it. I hadn't seen it when this happened, and it felt like another Blind Side. It felt like another
Before you saw it.
Before I saw it. When I saw it, I actually thought it was a pretty entertaining movie. It does feel kind of Oscar baity, but I enjoy the performances.
It has it of the ones that you've named, it probably deserves the most to be up there so far.
Yes. Hugo, really good movie.
Hugo was incredible. That was
Midnight in Paris. I really like that movie
Yep.
too. Not disappointed that was up. Moneyball. I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah, it was good.
The
Solid.
Tree of Life. Love that movie.
Hmm.
And War Horse. An abomination.
Really? You don't like War Horse?
I hate War Horse. I
suck.
love Steven Spielberg and I hate War Horse.
War Horse was great.
War Horse to me was like all of his worst tendencies in one movie, pushing to try and get an Oscar. I was not a fan of War Horse at all, and I say that as somebody who fucking loves Steven Spielberg. Violently hate that movie. But again, like for me, what are your thoughts on Tree of Life?
I like Tree of Life a
Okay.
lot.
Tree of Life, Midnight in Paris, Hugo, The Artist,
Yeah.
and not just one, but
And-
like swept.
And if you're gonna go, you know, with a movie that celebrates the history of cinema and
Yeah.
kind of where it came from, Hugo does such a better job than The Artist does.
Yeah.
Like it's, I want to go. Like now, I'm like I really want to go rewatch that.
Hugo,
Yeah.
not The Artist.
No, not The Artist.
Yeah.
I've seen The Artist enough. Like twice is enough for me. I don't need to see that again.
Yep. All right, moving on.
Okay.
2 more years. All right.
Getting there.
Up for Best Picture, Argo.
Great movie.
It's a strong one.
Mhm.
I don't think it's as. I think he made 2 better movies,
Sure.
but it is a good one. Amour.
I liked it.
Haven't seen.
It was good. I saw it once. I don't remember a whole lot of it, but I do remember it being, you know, it's good.
Beast of the Southern Wild. Not a big
Did
fan.
not like it.
Not a big fan. Django.
It's fine.
It's okay. Les Mis.
Did not like it.
Not a big fan. Life of Pi. Wasn't huge.
I dug it.
fan.
That was fine. I never read the book. I enjoyed it for. I enjoyed it. I wish the end was less on the nose than it is. Like I didn't
Yeah.
need the whole. Oh, so this was this and this was this and
Right.
so that like I don't that you didn't need any of that. Like you could have gotten to that without it, but I did like.
I thought it was an impressively made movie.
Mhm.
Even with that said, I didn't agree with Ang Lee winning. But, you know. And again, it feels kind of insubstantial.
I remember that was a big like effects one that like.
And it won, but the art house, like the place had just gone bankrupt.
Yeah, so it was kind of like a bittersweet kind
Yeah.
of victory for them.
Lincoln. I was a big fan of Lincoln.
I was too.
So the year after War Horse, I thought he redeemed himself. You just thought he kept going.
He's just on his roll.
Silver Linings Playbook. I know we disagree on.
I did not like that movie.
And Zero Dark 30.
Jake Doug.
Zero Dark 30 of the movies that were up, I would have had that win over Argo.
Really?
I really like Zero Dark 30.
Let me see what we got. What do we got here? If I had to pick something over Argo, I'd probably go. Probably Lincoln or Zero Dark 30. Either of those, I think, would have been fine.
Yeah.
But Argo is definitely one that I'm not complaining about. I think it's a great movie, and it was a great movie that it deserved its Oscar, but was also kind of an entertaining movie. It wasn't just like, oh, here's a little Oscar baity movie. Like it was fun. It was a little kind of
It was.
I'll say vulgar, but like it just had kind of this extra edge to it.
Yeah. And it was a weird year. Argo, I'm not upset that it won, but Ben Affleck, he got an Oscar because he was a producer. That he wasn't even up for Best Director. He wasn't up for Best Actor.
Yeah.
So it was like they loved his movie, but they still couldn't quite commit to giving him his due, which I think he was due.
Yeah.
Um,
I know people. A lot of people still love to give him shit, but I mean, he more than redeemed himself.
he absolutely has. I hate when people say that.
Do you remember Daredevil?
Yeah, I do. I also remember the other 10 great movies he's been part of. All right, and then last year. So our most recent example we have here.
We have 2 years.
You're right. I missed a year. So we went back 1 year too far.
We went back 6 years.
So we're not going to talk about last year yet. It's too early to talk about. I can pull it up. I'll pull it up.
We'll talk. We'll go through that one quick.
All right, we'll go through these next two pretty quick. I'd rather have 12 Years a Slave.
Great movie. I mean,
it's a very strong movie.
Yes.
It is a really strong movie. That I feel like even now, 2 years after it won, I feel like has kind of not been talked about a lot.
Yeah.
But it is a very strong movie.
Well, I remember, last year when I was at my Oscar party, and we do the people there do like a trivia thing, and one of the questions was like name past Best Picture winners, and we were like, what the hell won last year? We couldn't remember until it's like, oh yeah, like that just totally. I don't, for whatever reason, I don't know, but I mean it's a strong movie.
American Hustle.
I liked it. I didn't love it.
I really don't.
Okay.
And I feel like that was kind of like, they were kind of in a mood where it was like every time they would go wrestle make something, we're gonna nominate it for everything.
Yeah.
And I think that finally broke.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's partially why, because I think people kind of now realize that it wasn't great. It was okay.
I like it more than Silver Linings.
Joy is up for almost nothing. So, Captain Phillips, I like that movie.
I still haven't seen it.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. I'd like to. I've always wanted to, and always for the last 2 years I want to see it.
There's a part of it where Tom Hanks delivers possibly the greatest scene of acting I've ever seen.
I'm the captain now. Isn't that a thing?
Not that part.
I'm the captain.
I'm the captain now. That guy was up. He hasn't been in anything since. Calm down. Dallas Buyers Club. Whatever.
I thought it was solid enough. That wasn't.
Whatever.
That was a nice moment where other people could see that McConaughey could do something more. Because there was definitely stuff before that, but that was finally now in the public's eye. McConaughey is actually a good actor and a force to kind of be reckoned with.
His new movie looks terrible. The Free State of Jones, Civil War thing.
I thought it looked okay until they showed the rest of the movie in it.
I don't know what he's doing. Gravity.
It was good.
It's a good movie.
I enjoyed it. I haven't gone back to it since.
Nope. Her.
I
love her.
I love her.
Her was the movie of the year.
That was my favorite movie of that year.
Her is great. Nebraska.
It was fine.
I've never seen it. Philomena, I enjoyed.
Yeah, I Philomena actually really surprised. I remember going into it and I was like, okay, it's gonna be kind of cute, and Steve Coogan's gonna go around with was Judi Dench was in it? Like, okay, and they're gonna get in some. And I was actually really impressed with it. I really liked it.
Yeah, I rented that movie. It was a 99-cent rental on iTunes, and I was gonna have a flight, and I was like, all right, that movie was up. I'll just see what the hell it was about. I really liked it. And then The Wolf of Wall Street, very entertaining movie.
That's a great one.
12 Years a Slave winning is fine.
Yep.
I would have been happy with Wolf of Wall Street, but Her was the movie.
Her and Wolf of Wall Street are the two movies that have stuck with me most out of any of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, 12 Years is a well-deserved winner for that.
Yes. But man, Her is a fine movie. All right, let's pull up the other one. So, just your thoughts on anything else while I'm pulling this up.
Got nothing. It's the Oscars. Oscars are weird.
Sometimes they're weird.
Sometimes they're. This is kind of a weird year for them too.
Not
the year we're pulling up, but the year that we're.
Well, the year we're pulling up is a little bit weird too. So, all right, we'll go in order.
Okay.
So American Sniper was up.
Still haven't seen it.
Neither have I.
Oh.
Then Birdman, which won.
I loved Birdman.
Birdman's a very, very good movie. I don't have an issue with it winning. It's actually surprising that it won.
Yeah.
I'm happy that it won.
Because I know there was a lot of buzz before, and oh, it's poking fun at Hollywood and actors, and this critic was modeled after this critic, and blah 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 blah,
Right.
and well that actually they give it to that because of all these reasons, and it was kind of cool to see it win, and
I thought it was really cool to see it win.
Michael Keaton get a good return.
Yeah, because it seemed like some other movies might have, and I was happy that won.
Mm-hmm.
And I was happy for Inarritu. And now I'll be happy if he doesn't win. And I'll be happy if the movie that probably won't win, but does win, which would be Mad Max. It actually seems like it's like surging, and it could actually happen.
That would be so cool.
That would
How
be so cool.
awesome would that be?
We'll see. Boyhood, that was my movie of the year. I know that
Okay.
we have different opinions.
I mean, I really like it. That's one of those that I would like to go back and see again. I remember really enjoying it, but I wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. Like
that's kind of how I felt about it.
I definitely appreciate it for what it did and what it accomplished, and I really liked it. But there's moments in it where I'm like, oh yeah, I remember those things in that time and this and that, and some of it was a nostalgia trip. And I almost wonder if had growing up maybe been a little different, I would be able to relate to certain things more of it.
Yeah.
Because he definitely goes through some different family transitions and things like that, and stuff that I don't really relate to. So I'm wondering if that had. But I would like to go back and revisit that one.
Yeah, definitely. I love Boyhood. Grand Budapest Hotel, really, really.
It's good. Yeah, I really like that.
Imitation Game, again, sort of Oscar baity, but overall,
it was solid.
It was solid. It was a story that I didn't know about.
Yeah.
And that I'm happy got out there, and I thought Cumberbatch was good in it. But overall, it wasn't an extraordinarily made film.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see that Morton Tidlum, the director, was up for Best Director over, say, some other people that could have been.
Yeah, there wasn't anything about that was like, oh, this is his film.
No, it felt like it could have been just a BBC special, like aired on Masterpiece Theater over here. But it was a good story told fine. Selma, I have not seen.
I haven't seen it either.
Theory of Everything, still have not seen.
I haven't seen that either.
Wow. And Whiplash.
I really
still
like
haven't seen.
Really, Whiplash is really good.
I have owned Whiplash since it came out, and I just have not watched it.
So why did you buy it if you hadn't seen it?
It was on sale.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
it was on sale. It seemed like something that I would enjoy. It seemed almost as cheap as just renting it.
It's really good. That's one you need to watch.
So, it sounds like we're both okay with Birdman having won that.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else I would have put over Birdman on that. So there's stuff that I would have been happy with it winning.
And again, we're not looking at the other movies that came out.
Sure.
But, so what will happen this year, we'll find out in a couple weeks. If Revenant wins, Inarritu would be the first filmmaker ever to have 2 Best Picture winners in a row. Is he really going to be the guy that does that? I mean, this guy, he broke onto the scene, right? With 21 Grams and Morris Peros. And then he made his Oscar baity movie with Babel, which I actually really like. I like that movie a lot. But then he kind of fell out of grace. He made that movie Blind Spot something. Remember that where the world goes blind, only a few people can see.
No.
People hated it.
That actually sounds really
Mark
interesting.
Ruffalo. It's not great.
Okay.
But it's everybody in the world goes blind.
Okay.
Except for a couple people can see. Right? And then he disappeared for a while, and then he made Birdman. And now people love him.
Yeah.
He might sweep the Oscars again. But anyway, a lot of movies that I have not, I have not seen American Sniper, Selma, Theory of Everything, or Whiplash. I can't remember a year where I didn't see so many of the nominees.
Yeah.
This year I'm pretty much good, except for Brooklyn.
I've seen, I think there's 1 or 2 that I'm missing, but I've seen most
maybe
of them.
2.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen The Danish Girl.
It's not up.
Oh, is that one not up? Okay.
But there's a lot of movies. We're recording this. So the day that we were recording this, the AMC's tickets went on sale.
Oh my god.
And I was looking at it, and there's a handful of movies that I was like, I don't know if I want to go watch that again. And I don't know if I want to sit through that.
I have to look again and see what the Best Picture nominees are. I used to do that for 4 years in a row. I did it, and I really enjoyed it because it was you get your popcorn, you have your time, you do this and you do that, and you got your seat all day, and it was fun. And now they just haven't done it again.
Yeah, I know.
Once they extended it beyond 5 movies, And then it was like it split into weekends, and you want to go this weekend, you want to go this weekend, you watch them.
And I think it's just one weekend this year because it's
Is
8.
it? Okay.
So they didn't want to do like 4 and 4.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Oscars are weird. We'll find out if there's more weirdness. We'll definitely be breaking down, you know, maybe we'll like post our predictions and we'll do like a recap or something.
Yeah, we can do something like that.
We'll see what
We
we
get
do.
a couple shows in between now and then, so
Yeah,
might be
so
able to
we'll do lots of stuff about the Oscars and talk about the movies we've seen.
We got some best ofs coming soon too.
Yes. So we'll see what's on there. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. So those are our thoughts on the Oscars. What did you guys think of the past few Oscars? What has stood with you guys? What have you remembered fondly? What are you angry about winning? Are we, is The King's Speech and The Artist two of the greatest films ever made and we're just wrong? Or should they have not won at all? Let us know in the comments, or you can tweet at us as well. You can find me on Twitter at Rich Belson.
I'm at Stonks.
The channel is at oabeer_official, and you can email us at overbeerofficial@gmail.com and find us on Facebook at facebook.com/overbeer. If you'd like to find us on YouTube, you can click this video if you're watching it elsewhere, and it will take you to our YouTube page. But if you're on YouTube and looking for us, you can do it by searching Over a Beer or searching for Nerd Herders, and we will pop up. I don't have a custom YouTube URL. I feel like we say this every time. I'm saying it a lot. So it would be great if you want me to stop saying this. You can subscribe to the channel, and once we hit those 100 subscribers, we'll give you a custom YouTube URL. Until then, I am going to keep saying this and pimping this out. So please, if you like our content, please share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel. But that's it for today. So we will see you guys next time.